the bonfire. Michael's sleeping over tonight, so I don't know if I'm going to go. But if I go, can you pick me up too?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with our nigun. So just as a reminder, this nigun is in 3/4 time. So we should be counting to threes in our head, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So 3 C. Now we go to D minor. Back to C. Back to D minor. Back to C. Okay, here we go. Yay, C, yay, D minor, yay, C, yay, D minor. Again, yay, C, C, C. Then go to D minor. And next we're going to go on to the next part. Here we go. G minor goes to C. Now to F, to D minor, to G minor goes to C. Now go to F, to D7, G minor, C, F, now D minor, bottom line is C for 4, back to D minor from the top. Next part, here comes the G minor. Here we go. G minor, C, F, back to D minor, now to G minor, C. We go to F, and here comes D7, D7, now G minor goes to C. Now go to F, back to D minor, now C, to D minor. Let's speed it up a little bit. C, go to D minor. G minor. Now G minor goes to C, goes to F, back to D minor. Now G minor goes to C. Now go to F and D7. Now G minor goes to C, goes to F, back to D minor, now go to C, and end on D minor. Okay, let's just check in. How did that feel? How did that go for everyone? Any thoughts? Anything?
What was this? I didn't. Was the strum just up and down, or was it
Just down and up? Yeah. Now, so it's a little tougher sometimes.
down up?
What'd you say?
That's what it sounded.
Yeah, it's just down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Okay.
And in fact, the differences in the strum that you were hearing is just how hard I was playing any of those downs and ups. So, right? Right, the only thing that I was doing there is switching how hard I was strumming to give it a sense of rhythm. Yeah.
I just have one question, which is, when you actually do this, is it just die? Is that what you say?
Yeah. I'll sing through it real quick as we do it. Yep. It goes like this. Yay, day, day, yay, day, yay. Yay, day, day, yay, day, yay. Yay, day, day, yay, day. Yay, day, day, yay. Yay, day, 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 yay, da, day. Yay, day, 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 yay, da, day. Yay, day, 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 yay, da, day.
If the rain holds off, will we play that tonight?
Yeah, I'm hoping we're going to play all the songs we're going to go over tonight for those who will come. Yep.
Good.
Danny, is part one played more than one time?
Yeah, we played part one over and over again a few times.
How many times?
Many want.
So if you do part one only one time, then you repeat part one twice. However, oftentimes we'll stay in part one for 2 times through which means we play it 4 times.
Well, how do I know when to go to part 2?
You know, when I shout it out.
Okay.
Rabbi D,
Yep.
so you kind of do that thing where you move your fingers around some, right? You just kind of put your finger down and up. How do you decide where you're doing it? Or should I not ask that?
No, yeah.
When you kind of on the chords.
When I'm riffing around on it. Yeah. Let me show you what I'm doing, Linda. And if this is too much for people, don't worry about it. So do you remember once I tried to get us to play the C major scale and we totally failed at it? This is one of the things that you get from a C major scale. So I recommend going through, this doesn't have to be for everyone, but for you certainly, Linda, I would concentrate on a C major scale.
Okay.
Because then it means as you're playing, for instance, right, I know where all those spots are, so I just kind of add them in and you'll hear if it sounds good or not. The other thing that I would say is pick a chord like a C, and you're going to know, right, if you put your finger on the 2nd fret right here, that's not a good sound, but if you put it on the 1st, you're going to get a nice sound. That's not good. That's good. Right, so part of it is just playing and hearing the sound of it. But if you can get your muscle memory into that C major scale, right, then you will be right there and your fingers will just know to sort of fake it there. Right, all that is I'm playing through some of the other notes in a C major scale.
So basically, if you have a G, you can do the G scale. If you have C, you can do the C scale. And whatever note is in there, you can use it unless you think it sounds bad.
So you're going to want to use the scale of So yes, as long as it sounds good, that's the important thing. It doesn't really matter beyond that. But you're going to want to use the scale of the key you're in, not the chord you're in.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yes. Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. Other questions or thoughts on that nigun, which is right? Like maybe is the 3/4 time hard? Is any of these pieces?
I have a suggestion if anybody thinks that is hard, the 3/4, but maybe nobody does, and I don't need to make my suggestion.
Yeah, I think my mom would like a suggestion. I'm seeing nodding.
Is that I think it's harder if you do just down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're not going up and down and up and down. If you just go 1, 2, no.
So,
That's a way to start. Is that a bad idea?
no, I think that's a great idea. The only thing that I would add to that is to remind everyone that in order to get back to the next down, you already are having to go up, though.
Yes, but when you don't have to touch the strings, it's just a little easier.
Great. Yep. If that's
That's all I'm
easier,
saying.
if that's
Also,
easier, do
that
it. Absolutely.
That you're just counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2, 3, which is requires more coordination.
Got it. Great. If it's easier, fantastic. Okay. Let's play some more. Where are you? I wrote out all sorts of new pieces for us, and I'm trying to find it. But actually, let's go through all the pieces we might play tonight. Let's do that anyways. Okay, let's do Olam Chesed. And I see that I'm blocking the F and the C, or the C chord. No, they're even below us, so you have them there, but I'm also assuming that we are comfortable with the F and the C by now, too. Okay, we are back in 4/4 time, so we got to move our heads back into 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just find your own beat in there, right? If you're having trouble with that strum, go to down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. My hand is actually moving at twice that speed, which gives us more options, right? Down, up, 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 down. Okay, here we go. Olam Chesed from the top. Oh, but I'm playing the wrong chord, aren't I? I'm playing D minor, and we should be playing No, let's be challenging. Let's play the bottom one. Let's play the bottom one, not the top one. We're going to be challenging. Ignore the top 2 lines. We'll play the bottom 2 lines with the D minor. Let me do this. I know some people that's easier for you. Okay, so we're going to start on that D minor, the bottom 2 lines. And this will prep us for the next ones. Here we go now. Olam Chesed Yibasi. Here comes B flat, and C and D minor. You can always do what I just did, which is just do one strum each, right? Olam Chesed Yibasi. Got a B flat to C, now D minor. Second line, F. Olam Chesed Yibasi. Here comes B flat, yada B flat, yada C, yada D minor. Again, that second line, F. F, Lam Chesed Yibasi. B flat, and C, and D minor. From the top, D minor, Chesed Yibasi. C, go to D minor. Again, D minor, D minor, chesed yeba C. Yida B flat, yida C, yida D minor, here comes F. Oh, F lam chesed yeba C. B flat to C and D minor. And F lam chesed yeba C. B flat and C. And on D minor. Okay, how did that feel?
You don't write down the repeats though.
No, because we do it a different number of times each time. I know, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll call out, even when we're doing it tonight at the campfire, I will call out when we are switching spots, for sure. Any other notes on that one? Getting our B flat back in shape, right? As a reminder, if you're having trouble with that B flat, point that neck straight ahead of you. I mean, genuinely, if you're having trouble, start here and then work backwards towards here. But never flat. Never parallel to your body with a B flat. You always want to be out a little bit. So that even if you have to do... Oh, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to say something to Judy, which is, I think if you look at the words, you can see when the chords change, and that is really helpful. Like, if you use the words as a way to figure out where they change too. Don't you think?
For sure. But it's an added piece of coordination sometimes.
The repeat of the whole line that is confusing to me.
Particularly since the words are the same on both lines. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, let's. We're just making our way through a whole bunch of songs today, including some new ones that are going to come up in a second. So let's go ahead and play some Jolene. Is everyone familiar with the D minor and the C, that I can keep it like this, or is that going to be a problem for folks? Okay, here we go. So we're going to play through first on just one strum. So here we go, starting at the D minor. D minor and C. D minor and F and C and D minor. I'm seeing of you, C7, don't take my D minor. Second line, D minor and F and C and D minor. C, don't take him, C7, because you D minor. Okay, get into a groove now. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Your D minor is the F compare with C locks of D minor hair, with C skin and C7 of emerald D minor. Your D minor is like an F of spring. Your C is soft like D minor rain, and C cannot C7 with you, Joe D minor. From the top, D minor and F and C and D minor. I'm seeing of you, C7, don't take my D minor. D minor and F and C and D minor. C, don't take him, C7, because you D minor. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We're doubling the speed of our right hand now. Your D minor is F compare with C locks of D minor hair, with C skin, C7 of emerald D minor. Your D minor is like an F of spring. Your C is soft like D minor rain, and C cannot C7 with you, D minor. From the top, D minor, and F, and C, and D minor. I'm seeing of you C7, don't take my D minor. Second line, here we go. Jolene, Joe F, Joe C, Joe D minor. C, don't take 'em, C7 because you can. Let's do that chorus again, switching to half speech. Jolene, Joe F, Joe C, Joe D minor. I'm seeing of you C7, don't take my D minor. Now just one strum each on the second line. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Okay, how'd that feel for us? Good.
But are we gonna, or are we done?
What'd you say?
Oh, I just think, I wish we could sing it. Like, I wish we could just go through and
Oh,
play
so
it.
let's play it. We'll play it once playing it rather than, I won't say any of the chords. Great. Let's do that for once.
That blessed C7. I love it in place of the dreaded B flat.
Yeah, the truth of it is I think it's probably the right chord here, not the B flat. Yeah. So I probably could go in and remove it from the B flat. Yeah. And of course, so just to talk a little bit of music theory here for a moment, the reason those two things sometimes, usually aren't interchangeable, but every once in a while they are, is because a C7, right? So remember that this string right here is our A string, right? So if we're normally playing a C chord right here, we're turning the A, B flat, B, C. So we're turning that to a C. But if we're playing a C7, then what we're doing is we're putting in a B flat into the chord. And that's why they can sometimes be interchangeable, because we've adding a B flat to a C chord in order to create a C7 chord. Did that make sense what I just said? Okay, let's play this. Here we go. Let's get a little bouncy rhythm here. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. If that's tough, get that hand moving at the same speed as me. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, 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 down. Here we go. From the top, Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging, please don't take him just because you can. Okay, here comes the verse. Your beauty is beyond compare, the flaming locks of auburn hair with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. From the top, Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. So this evening, if you're coming, highly recommend, if you have a tablet, to bring a tablet so you can look at the chords. I will print some out, but of course it's going to be kind of dark. So if you have something that can light it up, that you can see it on, that will certainly be helpful. Okay, let's keep going. We are not going to do the order.
Danny,
Yeah.
on the strum on that, I wasn't doing your strum. I was just going up and down fast.
That works great. You don't have to do my strum.
But I'd like to do your strum. I need to know how to do it.
So I think what we need to do probably is do an in-person, like little boot camp on strumming, because it's really hard for me to help folks with their strums if I can't hear what you're doing already. So let's find a time. Actually, I think that's a great idea to just sit down in person, as many people as want, and do a boot camp on that kind of stuff. Because there's so many things that we can pick up that way. Okay, I am not gonna play us through Hashkivenu. I'm assuming we can play Hashkivenu by now. Is that correct? Or I know we haven't played it in months and months, but still, I feel like it's okay. David Melech. Okay, here we go. Actually, this has almost the exact same strum. It's got that same bouncy strum. Down, down, up, 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 down, up. So get your hand moving like me right now for the strum. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, a little left. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. There you go. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna not have our fingers graze on all of them, or at least not as hard on all of them. So first start getting that locomotion going, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Where the third, you're playing hard. I think of that as the like locomotion beat, right? It's the train on the tracks kind of feel. Where you're hitting that third note hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So you can just do this one. Actually, this works great here. There we go. Let's try it like this. David Melech, Melech Yisrael. See now. David Melech, Melech Yisrael. D minor. David Melech, Melech Yisrael. C, Melech Yisrael. B flat, C, D minor. B flat, C, D minor. C man, B flat, Mazel D minor, C and B flat. Now here comes the F. F, La, C, U, La, B flat, U, La, C, B flat, C and D minor. From the top, David Melech, Melech Yisrael, C, David Melech, Melech Yisrael, D minor, David Melech, Melech Yisrael, C, Melech Yisrael, B flat, C, D minor, B flat, C, D minor, oh, C man, B flat, Mazal D minor, C and B flat. Last line. Yeah, A, La, C, U, La, B flat, U, La, C. B flat goes to C and ends on D minor. Okay, how did that feel? Pretty good? Nice. Okay. Okay, Hine Matov. We played this a long time ago, but I went through and rewrote all the chords for us and put it in this key for us. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, the top half of this. Oh no, that's really confusing how I have this written. Hold on. Just fix this, sorry. These are two different hine matos that we have divided at that line right there. We're going to play both of them. The top one is in 3/4 time. The bottom one is in 4/4 time. Meaning the top one we count to 3, the bottom one we count to 4. You should, hopefully both of these sound somewhat familiar to you. So let's hit our D minor here, and we're going to play the top one first. Okay, so get into your D minor. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm just going to play through this without saying the chords for a moment. It goes like this. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Okay, let's try that. Just the top 2 lines repeated. Here we go. Here we go now. Hine ma tovu ma G minor, D minor, C goes to A7, D minor. Again. D minor, D minor, G minor, D minor, C and A7, D minor. Okay, now we're going to go to that third line. It goes like this. D minor, G minor, D minor, C, A7, D minor. Again. D minor, G minor, D minor, C goes to A7, D minor. From the top, I'm going to sing the words instead of the chords now. Here we go. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Here comes the third line. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Again. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. How did that feel? Okay-ish for a first time? Less okay-ish for a first time?
It's fast. It's good, but it's fast. I bet it's pretty hard.
Yeah, the GM to the DM, that's a little challenging, but
Great. Let's talk about the G minor to the D minor here. Let's talk about that change right here, okay? So go ahead and start on your D minor, which is a little more familiar for us, right? And we're going to think about this moving. And the main feature that's going to happen when we move is we are going to move every finger down a string, and that ring finger is going to slide over 1 fret. So think about everything moving down and the ring finger sliding over a fret. Down and over. Down and over. Do you see how I'm doing that? Down a string and the ring finger moves over. You can even think of it, if it's easier, as sort of down and then spreading out a little, right? Like down and spread. Down and spread. Did that help? So similarly, when we're going from the G minor to the D minor, we're going to go focus on going up and bunch. Up and bunch it together. Up and bunch. You can also, if it's easier or if it's helpful, think of the G minor as being out and the D minor as being, think of the, I said that right. Sorry, these chords are the opposite, very similar in guitar chords. Think of the G minor as that neck pointing out, and then the D minor, it can come in. Out, in. Out, if that's helpful. You may find that useful too. Did that help, Ray, in both directions?
very much so.
Good.
Very much.
Good. And that's what I always recommend, is if you're hitting a spot that is tough with the chord changes, pause and really think about what the motion feels like. As much as anything else, I sometimes feel like there's a feel, emotion that you associate with it, even more than anything else. And that can be helpful. Okay, let's do the second half of this. So the second half of it is in 4/4 time and starts on a G minor. It's also our train track speed, right? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, here we go. I'll play through it once and then we can play it together. They'll play it with me if you'd like at the beginning. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Yadadai, yadadadadadadai. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Yadadai, yadadadadadadai. Each line gets repeated twice. I can put that in here so it's easier for us.
Rabbi Daniel, at the end of die, 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 there's no chord change. Is that correct? I can't see it.
Correct. No chord change. Oh yeah, I'm blocking it. I'm sorry. I can.
It's okay.
Okay, let's try that again. Here we go. I like to start on a D minor actually with this song. And then when we start singing, we switch to the G minor. Here we go and switch. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Again, that line. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Second line. Here we go. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Yadadai, yadadadadadai. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Yadadai, yadadadadadai. First line. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Second line. Here we go. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Yadadai, yadadadadadai. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Yadadai, yadadadadadai. First line. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Last time, first line. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Okay, how'd that one feel? We're tired, I can see. Yeah. It's a lot of new that we're.
Those are good.
It's a lot of new that we're going through here.
They're really good. Oh, I love this.
Mom, were you about to say something?
Just that it was too fast.
Ah, okay.
But that's okay. I'll practice.
Okay, here we go. So this one I'll again play through it once so that we have a sense. Feel free to join in when you're doing it. If you know it, it goes like this. By the way, it's only something of a joke that there's really only 2 Jewish songs, and I hope you're getting a sense that this is one of them. There's the one that's in C major, and then there's the one that's in D minor. This is the D minor one that we've played 5 different variations of so far, but right there, they're all kind of the same song. Okay, here we go. It goes like this. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol anshama tehalel together. We go hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. From the top, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Second two lines, or the bottom two lines, the third and the fourth line, however you want to say it. Kol anshama te alleluia, alleluia. You can throw a C7 in there if you want. Kol anshama te alleluia, alleluia. Okay, from the top, let's speed it up a bit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Okay, if it's getting too fast for you, remember, cut your right hand in half. So then just go down, up, down, up. And then all of a sudden it's real slow, right? Kol anshama te alleluia, alleluia. Kol anshama te alleluia, hallelujah. Okay, how did that one feel?
I love that song. It's hard, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I think you need some tambourines.
Oh, yeah. Well, there'll be drums there tonight and all sorts of things. Okay, those are all of our songs, all the new ones that I had for us for tonight. So hope to see folks there. 8 o'clock if you are coming to just the uke. At 7:30, though, there's a gathering for people who are interested in getting involved in some of the Tikkun Olam justice offerings that are happening, whether it's with the Afghan refugee family or with gun violence prevention or racial justice or protecting trans kids or whatever it is. There's all sorts of meetups for folks at 7:30 at CRC today. Again, all of this is depending on the weather.